Jehiva Fairpashti, welcome back to this riveting, high-octane action-adventure urban planning simulator. Today, we're going back to Strasbourg Isles. We never left Strasbourg Isles. But we're going back there because I did some research, and I have to put the petroleum HQ in the same city as the petroleum production is occurring. So, with that in mind, let's decide where our corporate district is going to be. Looks like it's going to be here. Here, maybe? Let's take a look and see, in general, what it does. So it doesn't say it has any effect on land value, but it's massive! OMG! It can go there, just where we've built our first major office complex. Yeah, no thanks. I could go here, where it's miles away from any of the roads. No thanks. Okay, let's scrape out. I'm not speeding up yet. There's no reason to. Let's scrape out this hole here. Now, it does take people a little while to react to land value, so before anything bad happens, let's check and refill. Bond. Oh, I remember this. This has haunted my dreams. It's temporary. Everything in this city is temporary. Okay. Okay. That's not terrible. Right by City Hall, like any good oil company should be. Let's do it. How's our commercial demand? Demand for mid-wealth commercial. You know, the same kind of commercial as I just eliminated. That should be mid-wealth commercial, shouldn't it? Let's take a look. Not really. Not really. Oh wow, isn't that tight? Okay, there's some mid-wealth commercial. Now, we can't put down the second set of oil derricks, but never mind. We need to get 160,000 barrels of oil to upgrade it. The upgrade's expensive. So, customizable buildings like these tend to unlock other bits and pieces. So if we go for the refining division, we can build local access granted to the oil refinery. If we put the commerce division now, we get the trade port, crude oil fuel and plastic storage lots at the trade port. Now, that's a weird one. We'll talk about that later when we get to more tradey stuff. I don't think I'm going to spend too much time on focusing on trade in this part of the country. Pew pew. Yeah, okay, so the building itself is low wealth. As are some of the other buildings in the medium wealth zone. Never mind. This is basically the only place I can guarantee. Well, here and here are the only places I can guarantee kind of mid to high wealth. But anyway, all this is beside the point. I have 280,000 simoleons. I think I've been thinking of what I want to do for the next city, and I think, well, I initially said let's get a cash cow and then let's do knowledge economy. But if we look at the areas that are directly linked to us, loads of oil, loads of wind, ore and coal, Or, well, when you look at these resource charts, it's a good idea to not pay much attention to anything that isn't 100%. So, I mean, yeah, you could do a kind of oily thing here. Oh, look, never saw this before. It's pretty cool. Pew, pew. This is a good coal city. It's a good ore city. There's no wind around here because we're in the lee of the island. But more to the point, I really do want to claim Yorkshire. It's mostly coal, and coal's atrocious. Good water, trash wind, no shorefront, road and rail. Nice university town. If I build this, no one's going to name it. It's going to get called York. Just, you know, FYI. Because it's a university town. Maybe I should name it Maynooth after an Irish university town. Wessex Bend. Lancaster. Fuck Lancaster. Oh, I'm so indecisive. I should have thought about this cohesively off camera. You see, what I'd quite like to do is build a manufacturing town and go down the processors, computers, televisions route. But that would require a little bit more infrastructure, and I think the best way to get that infrastructure would be to get a knowledge economy. So much stuff, so little wind. There's literally no wind. Okay. This is perfectly flat. This can be a textbook in average urban planning. Watch me screw this up. Let's do it. Welcome to Yorkshire Cliffs. What a bloody fate. Well, that was a very long fly in. Pause. So we've no wind. We've another nice off-ramp road. Let's do the traditional. That's excessive. That'll do. Now, we have a perfectly flat area. We've no water to contend with. We're going to put as much as possible our high wealth people along here. We're going to try and not do any industrial that does air pollution, but let's just take a look and see what... Yeah, so we can have all our industrial sections right at the door here, which is great for a whole heap of reasons. But let's get out of here. And get out of the wind map. Get out of the wind map. You scrub. So here's our initial grid pattern. You see, note thee well, we're going to have awkwardness occurring here, but this will be good for kind of an object, and just to prove that this happens, if I go in here, oh no, I don't, but what did I place that allowed me access to other things? I placed the transport. So remember how the transport was denied to me previously? Boom, 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 boom. Trains. Okay. Whoa. Maybe because there's no direct connection between the two cities? There's no... Oh, that's awful. Oh well, the money should still work. Let's find out. The money should work. Pew, pew, pew. All that matters is that I can... change money. Welcome back to Strasbourg. Herzlich willkommen. So, transferring money is done at the region screen. No connection to you. Oh, man. That's so bad. Oh, dear. Oh, my dear. Okay, right. I need to abandon this city. Okay, plan B is like plan A, or we're just going back in time for approximately like 10 minutes of faffing about. We are going straight back. Great work sites. Yeah, let's talk about those. We can build like super structures that are cost an absolute fortune, but give you lots of cool stuff. Ironically, that's what the solar plant in SimCity used to look like, with the 4 parabolic salt boilers. So we want a knowledge economy here then, and like, I'm not too bothered about re-specifying. Like, eventually I'm going to run out of oil, so like picking here, don't think I'm going to touch coal. I might keep Yorkshire and just let someone else build a city in that region, and then kind of do a couple of episodes of me complimenting them. But let's take a look at Hohenberg. Oh wow, like the Hohenzollerns, the royal family of Germany. In fact, I think no, there was a different name for their castle, wasn't there? The bastard will know. So here's an awkward one. Our main road is very offset. Let's think about this in slow-mo. Again, wind is really important. Wind is going to be the first thing that really defines how the city's going to operate, and I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so our industrial core is here. Trade? I don't know. Or we could build asymmetrically, but that means stuff gets weird at the corners. Okay. Either way? Well, no, not either way. Let's preclude going diagonal because it's a pain in the arse. Let's build about 4k's worth of road. Now. Yeah, so what we're going to have here is probably a massive cloverleaf junction. Yeah, you can do cloverleafs. You can go bop, 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 bop. Anyway, yeah, you can build cloverleaf junctions. That's pretty cool. Well, no, it's necessarily cool, but that's grayed out. That's totally wrong. Okay, attention. So, well, listen here. What do you mean? All right. Boop beep. Yeah. So, like, if I just want to double check this. Well, no, I want to double check, and I want to show all the kids at home. We got a medium density here. Yeah, so that should fit exactly. I mean, it's not going to fit there because there's a landscape error, but it's going to fit there exactly. Okay. Industrial core. Organized. Core-organized. Yeah. So I think that's where I want my prime intersection here. Good lads. So that implies that, again, with a little bit of trouble there. I don't want to have a double intersection. Now, power. With no wind. Wind arbe. We've no rail either. Oh, no. Cheap-ass bargain city. So this is going to be maybe the main strip, I'd say. Industrial strip, kind of main commercial, hyper-residential. Let's see how much of this we can build out before we actually start up. So I'm going to leave that fallow. I'm going to... no, there's no point in doing that. Let's just block off the whole section. Commercial. I really like having commercial along the main thoroughfare, but in this case, I'm probably going to put it matching up there. And maybe another zone here, and then have a high wealth or medium wealth multiplier there to get a nice early chunk. So that looks good. That's more development than I generally do in the first 5 minutes. Power. We need power. It's going to be solar. And if it's solar, it could do with being... That's totally waste. Like, solar buildings don't... Power travels along roads forever. That's a bad idea. It's a different kind of road. Industrial zone. Like, you know, Crystal Maze. I don't like it. It's too close to these guys. It's going to spread. You can fit a 4 object array there. 4 array collector. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 array collector. Which might be enough to get us to university so we can research the fancy solar collectors. And then build another one somewhere else once we've blopped out a bit. And then use this space for trade and stuff. Yeah. Now, speaking of water. I mean budget problems, Lou. Oh, because I've absolutely nothing here. Whoa, 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 whoa. Rookie error. I passed those conditions if I had 0 houses. I don't think it's possible to build a 0-house city. What is your problem? Well, okay, well the problem is I haven't taken a bond out yet, but... So we should really kind of try and put utilities back here, I suppose, rather than housing, because the industrial proximity will make sure that it's perennially low wealth. That said, like, low wealth is really what we're after. Also, we should block this off, because... commercial demand's quite high. I shall satisfy that with... care is what I will satisfy that with. Too much? Too much. Just enough. Too much. Rock and roll, too much! Ah. Yeah. Industrial demands on the rise. We can just... we're out of the black, so we're out of the red, so let's just continue our path towards the black. This industrial zone might be a little bit too small for the city I want to build. Which would mean me building into this section, which would mean this whole area would need to become the... Okay, well, one thing's for certain. All the good stuff starts here. do you want? Oh. This gentleman wants a church. He's willing to pay me 1,000 for it. Do you know what? Let's do that. So he wants a house of worship. And they are stored under culture, and rightly so. And we can have a church, a mosque, a people who play too much Sims, and a, I don't know, Buddhist temple, I suppose, Shinto, by the look of it. I always err on the side of placing mosques because mosques, they're very pretty. I don't think they change. They don't change anything. What's their month? What's their hourly cost? They are free and they have no cost. Wow. Here, I'm going to end up having to demolish it because the thing's here. It's a bit central. I could use that for buildings that earn me money or at least make people happy. Here, it'd be like a strip mall. You don't want to put it next to a power plant. Oh, speaking of which, here. Get distracted. Right, okay. Culture. We go mosque. We can't fit it there. Just. If I deleted one of those roads, I could. No one's using that one. Let's delete that one. Go. Ain't that pretty? Sewage. Got all about you. Boop. Problem solved. How we doing? Wet. It's raining. Great. Oh, cool. You see, we get help from our main city. Will now be helping us out with utilities as we get ourselves up and running. Not power or water. You have to buy those. There we go. Not much nicer. Now, so if I aim for things like police stations, should go up here. Oh, they will. Actually, the big ones would go up there as well. See about gridding a little bit more. That's a good defined space. Now really we could focus on having a bit of a... I think we're going to do a lot of recycling in this town, so it would be good to start saving up some money for that. That might have been a terrible idea. There's no route now that carries them onto that road when they could take this road. Let's try that again, but let's put it down here, and that should disincentivize it. De-incentivize, disincentivize. What's the difference? Comment, like, subscribe. Now, Town Hall. Oh, isn't that nice? build a nice little area of medium wealth here. Would be good. Hi. This is awkward. I totes ran out of Disk Space Yo for realsies. I didn't do much else in the last 5 minutes of this video. Just very slight density increases, and if you skip to the next video, you'll see what happened, and then you can kind of just imagine the gaps between them. Yeah, so you're all my very best friends, and I will see you in the future with Jetpack.